are going into the good home stretch. The final countdown. Sam, how are you starting this off for us? Now you got to think.
I got to pick one person out of this list.
You do. Just.
I said my original list would hold up, and I'm going to stick with it. Denzel's going to make the list the second time. Frank Lucas.
Whoa, that one. Okay.
I don't know how Facebook and social media in general knows this algorithm. The fact that he's turned into a meme with my man.
My man.
And you know what I'm
My
saying?
man.
Like considering everything that takes place in that movie, you know what I'm saying? And it's such a great movie. And the character Frank Lucas, you get to realizing that like that's what power looks like. You know, and anytime somebody really like talks about they want to rule the world and villains, they like, you know, they're gonna destroy the world and reimagine it in their image. They want to rule the world. They want power. And Frank Lucas walked around with power. And I don't think it gets much more badass than that.
I like it. I like the Frank Lucas pick. And I like that he was a real life badass too. So you got that, but that's a good addition. That's a good addition. Jeff, number 12. Who do you got for us, brother?
I was debating between two choices, but I have landed on one. I'm going with Toph Beifong from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
From the moment she arrives,
Yeah.
all she does is wreck shop. And I think I think the thing that really sealed it over the person who I was going to choose, I'll bring him up in the honorable mention section, was the metal bending. Like as when you watch that show for the first time and she is like in that metal cage, you're like, well, that's a wrap. Like that's how you subdue earthbenders. You put them in a metal cage. And she's such a badass that she was like, well, metal is from the earth. That means there's some dirt in here somewhere.
Yep.
I got nothing but time. Let me figure out how to make this. And went from like figuring it out to like mastery in like no time flat. And you know, and it's not and you know, it's not even a thing about like, oh, I'm giving her extra points because she was blind, because everybody who watches the show knows that like the blindness is part of, you know, why she was such a heightened bender, because she used that other sense and like it allowed her to tap into something else. But I think her creativity in her bending, you know what I mean? Like just doing little stuff like I think me and Sam talked about this when we talked about the Avatar Last Airbender like live action series. A lot of the earth bending is just like bring up big boulder, throw big boulder. And she's doing stuff like I'm gonna move my foot and make the dirt under your foot move and get you off balance, and then bring a rock up between your legs and get you in the family. Like she's an artist with her bending in a way that just was like so creative and so different from like everything you'd seen in earthbending up until that point. And she talks shit. It's just that she's just my type of character for real. And I think the fact that she came in so late into the series, she had to come in and like make a huge splash, and she did that.
Yeah. And she's not a Mary Sue. She doesn't. There's no part of her that feels like a Mary Sue. All of her mastery feels earned. Like
natural,
it
yes.
you know she's gonna be good at it. Like you said, the fact that she was blind, the fact that she learned from the Badgers, which were blind, it all made sense. I like that's a great pick,
Absolutely.
brother. Great pick.
Absolutely.
Teresa, you have the number 13, Triskaidekaphobia. Scared of the pick. What do you got?
was considering between two myself, kind of waffling. One of the choices would put Denzel on the list for a third time.
We love him.
So I think I'm going to go with the other one,
right,
and
all
that
right.
is Sarah Connor,
She
Terminator
better.
series.
She better.
Nice.
So yeah, and partly because, in the very beginning she's not a badass, she's just kind of regular,
She's a
regular
waitress.
old,
Yeah.
right? And
She's
then
about to cry because there's ice cream in her apron.
right. But, when it comes to protecting her son, looking out for her son, the badassery comes about.
Right.
So, Sarah Connor.
I love it. I love it. She
Yeah.
wait, she before no, she's not before Ellen Ripley, but or
Mm-mm.
is she? When it no, yeah, Ellen
No.
Ripley was first.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Sarah Connor was what, 84? I think Terminator was like 84.
84.
And the
okay.
first Alien was 79.
I think it was
79,
like
I think.
79.
79. That was on our Mount Geekmore. So yeah.
The thing I
Nice.
like about Sarah Connor is she don't let them make her feel like she crazy. Even in the second one, she like, I know what happened. Somebody
yeah.
came from the
Right.
future, and the robot came from the
Mhm.
future and tried to kill me. Like, I know what happened.
Mhm.
I was there. And like you see a lot of other stuff. Like there's actually a really famous Star Trek Next Generation episode where Picard is captured by, I believe, the Romulans. And they basically do some psychological either the Romulans or the Cardassians, and they do like this psychological torture on them. And they keep asking him how many lights are there. And he's like, there's only 2. And then at the end, he reveals like I was like a day away from telling them what they wanted to hear. And like Sarah Connor was locked up for years and years and years, and she held on
Played
to
it
that
off.
because she knew what happened to
And
her.
steady worked herself. Like again, not a Mary Sue. She earned that. You
Yes.
know
Just put a
why
bed on the
she
side of it,
Prepping.
is
just
the way
doing
she
pull-ups,
is.
getting
Right.
ready.
Okay.
But it's like,
Right.
you can see, you understand though, like this is years in the making. She's been preparing for
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
because she knows something is going to happen at some point. So yeah, no, absolutely.
Never understood how the orderlies did not see her slowly but surely getting more and more brolic while she was in there. Like, you know she
Let's
about to whoop
underestimate
your
her.
ass, right? She over here doing burpees, just standing in place doing burpees for an hour. Y'all better watch her. Woo. All right. Wow. Man, y'all made it tough. I would be remiss if I did not go anime, given my overall love for anime. So my anime addition to the last set of 5 is from Overlord. And it is not the leader of Overlord. It is Sebastian. It is the butler character from the anime Overlord.
Okay.
If you're unfamiliar with Overlord, Overlord is an anime about an OP character in a video game. He gets caught in a video game. He's the only dude caught in a video game. He controls all these other characters, rules over all these other characters. You got to watch it. This is not an Overlord review. This is about badasses. And if you want to understand about the badasses, watch the show, and then you understand why I picked Sebas. But primarily the reason why I picked him is for most of the show, he's kind of subdued. He's laid back. He's not the one doing most of the fighting. And then there's a situation where he kind of gets this little NPC human pet or, girl who he kind of develops a liking to, and she gets kidnapped. And all the other like ultra powerful people think that they can stop him, and he's coming to save her, and they're doing all this talking about how bad they are to gang called the Six Arms, and they're like, you're not ready for us, and they're throwing their knives, and they're all flexing their power and things like that. And then one of them dudes calls himself the Undead King, which is the dude who he follows nickname. And so he one-shots this dude one-shots the dude's head off, and then proceeds to one-shot everybody else really smoothly. So that was dope. And then he kills some other dude who's like has like this fake visionaries power. You remember the cartoon of Visionaries where people had like animals on their chest? And they'd be like, oh, I'm a bear and shit like that. So that's what this guy does. And he's like unleashes like 4 animals, and Sebas just kind of like drop kicks him right in the head. It's beautiful. It was just so badass. Out of all the OP characters, I had to go with my man Sebas because he was like just a smooth, no gorilla pimping out of him. It was just he was macking out of his mouth. It was wonderful. So
just throw him
there
on
we
screen
go.
real quick.
There we go. So you understand who he is. Look at him. He looks smooth. Got his hand up like I promise.
I even pulled up a page that had his stats just to.
So you understand? You understand?
Everything is up pretty high right there.
It's powerful. Sense of justice. See, he's actually a good dude around a bunch of bad dudes.
Yeah.
So
he looked like Mads Mikkelsen.
He would be. That's not even a. That's a great. That's a great description of him. Mads Mikkelsen. Brandy, you get to close us out.
Oh my gosh,
no pressure. No pressure.
I have so many names. I've been thinking this whole time. I got it down to 2. And in the end, I am I'm gonna go with the one that I actually just enjoy the most. So number 15 is Hannibal Lecter. As played by Anthony Hopkins.
Great choice.
Yeah.
The fact that this man could be absolutely terrifying, standing stock still in a dark room with nothing around him and just his eyes. He was powerful in nothing. When the only time we actually get to see him commit any crime, he does it so stylishly and so casually, and he's enjoying the music, and he's just perfectly calm as he executes a fiendish plan.
Yeah.
Gives a whole new meaning to getting head. Anyway, now
he is a villain that I rooted for him as if the movie wasn't telling me this man is a terrible psychopathic serial killer cannibal.
You hate the
I
root
was
for
like,
him.
yeah, he's free. So,
Brandy, you're gonna have to answer one question for me with this pick. Even though I admit that he's a great pick, there is one thing I've always had a question about in, I believe it's the second movie, when he gets caught by the rich guy. Is that the second movie? Yeah, he gets caught by the rich guy. He wants to feed him to the pigs.
yes.
How exactly did he survive that? The pigs, like even or does that just add more to the badass mystique that even the wild boars were like, yeah, because they ran around him. They were like, I'm not fucking with him. I'm not gonna eat him.
Because, and remember too, he was already telling he was talking to the partner. Like he was already working on the partner to get the partner to finish off the dude. So,
that's right. He pushed them over into the thing.
He's a psychologist. Like he's brilliant. He knows how to get in people's brain. Like they go into it so much more in the books, but I just think nobody else could have played that part. Like I can't get into the other, and I know that everybody says that Hannibal is great, and I really need to watch that show. But also, Anthony Hopkins is Hannibal, so
he is the quintessential.
It's hard for me.
The quintessential Hannibal. That is an awesome list, ladies and gentlemen. Grown Ass Geeks have given you what you have been waiting for. You have the 15 greatest badasses in media, in our past media as of 2024, as of the date of this video when you see it. If there are other badasses that will be introduced to us, we hope to get more. But the 15 that we have are Chen Zhen from Fist of Legend, Magneto from X-Men 97, Ellen Ripley from the Alien series, John Creasy from Man on Fire, our boy John Wick from John Wick, El Mariachi from Desperado, Miranda Priestley from Devil Wears Prada, John McClane from the Die Hard series, Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street series, Beatrix Kiddo from the Kill Bill movies, my man Frank Lucas from American Gangster and Harlem, Uptown, USA, Toph from The Last Airbender, Sarah Connor from the Terminator series, Sebastian from Overlord, the anime series, and Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Grown Ass Geeks. 15 greatest badasses from us. But there's more. Yes, we want to get into our honorable mentions for all of y'all that stick around, or that hopefully at some point in time we put this out on Patreon and you give us $2 a month just so you can hear this, which would be awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. I also want to make sure you do this too, because it's important. It's nothing, and it's real quick. All you got to do is, while you're watching this video, just look down and click on that like, hit that, that thumbs up button, and then hit subscribe. It's real quick. It don't cost you nothing. We ain't even for that. You get all the great content that Grown Ass Geeks has. So hit that like and subscribe. Remember, it's Grown Ass Geeks. This is us. Now, let's get into those honorable mentions. Sam, you had 10 people on the list. What you guys saying?
All right. I actually had a full list of 20 just because.
Wow.
I mean, once I had to open it up to include other things that I hadn't necessarily thought about, and some stuff kind of jumped across anyway. But other characters, definitely some honorable mentions. I believe John Rambo, Nino Brown, Wonder Woman, Madara, Laura Croft, Celine, and I would want to put Gojo.
Oh, okay.
Anime character.
Yeah.
Those would be some people that I feel like in their own right, each of them have been a badass for various reasons. Donnie Yen, I have Ip Man on the list, but it's really like any character that Donnie Yen's ever played is kind of a badass, because like Donnie Yen is the badass. So I'm
pretty sure he has a no die clause in all of his movies.
Like to limit him to just Ip Man, but the 1v100 against the students was without a doubt one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Wonder Woman, self-explanatory, and in most media, with the exception of one, she always comes out like just rocking it. Like she's a fierce warrior. She can go toe-to-toe with the best of them, and she is not afraid. She does not pull her punches, and she plays to win. She fights to win. Tengen is all about being flashy. That's from Demon Slayer. Of all the characters, I know everybody likes Rengoku. My man Tengen was like, he was putting in work. And if you have not watched Demon Slayer, or if you are watching Demon Slayer, when you get to the Entertainment Art District,
or the
Entertainment District arc, that was perhaps the best arc I've seen so far. That was some of the best fights. It was just beautiful in terms of anime.
The last 4 episodes are off the chain.
Amazing. But there's a lot more people, but those were the ones I feel really needed to be like, those are my honorable mentions.
Excellent. I like them. Jeff, who do you got for us? Who couldn't make the 15?
So for me, I have 3 other people. They didn't make it just because, for various reasons. First one, I got Ting from Umbach, played by what's his name? Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa, yes.
In terms of fighting, off the charts. But I need that verbal game.
And everybody was on that on.
That was yeah. It was like you really hitting everybody with knees and elbows. But I need some little quips for you to get on ahead of the people who I put ahead. My next one was Bishop from Juice, and I feel
Whoa.
like for me, I thought I liked how he started, but then like once it started unraveling, this feels more like cowardly, like grasping at straws versus like I'm just being a badass till the end. It's like you're killing your friends though. Like that's not badass.
He
But
was a little
like
yeah.
telling somebody being like you crazy and you be like, yeah, I am crazy. I love that. Like that's right up my alley. And then my last one was Mike Lowry from Bad Boys.
Mike Lowry.
The
Okay.
first, especially the very first Bad Boys.
Mike Lowry.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm Mike Lowry.
Mike Lowry.
And I think like his character has been I think Bad Boys is underrated. I like what they're doing. I hope they go the Fast and the Furious route. Give me 10 Bad Boys. Give me
I
Bad
watched them
Boys
all.
Junior. Give me Bad Boys in the future, Bad Boys in space. Give me an old timey Western Bad Boys about Mike and Marcus's ancestors in the old West being sheriffs. I don't care. I like that franchise. I like the energy in it, but I think the other three just have more. Like Mike's quips are more towards his partner versus like going in on the person who he's standing toe to toe with. Like he'll have like a little quip, but 9 times out of 10 he's just gonna like shoot him or run him over or something like that.
It's like
So
he's
at a
jokey
document
until
fee-
it's time to
yeah.
get serious, and then
Right.
he gets serious.
Yeah, for sure.
His aim too good for him to be talking shit. He's like, look, I'm
Right.
getting
We're
shot
not doing this
already.
all day.
Yeah. I like it. Good follow-ups. Damn. All right. Teresa, who couldn't make the list?
So let's see. The only ones I had left who were not mentioned by someone were Robert McCall, which is of course Denzel in the Equalizer series.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I was debating with Frank Lucas because both of them are on the list.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
John Shaft.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Didn't he make Geekmore? He made a
Yes.
Geekmore.
The
He
movie
made a
did, yeah.
Geekmore.
I think Jeff, you said Magneto. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay,
Yeah.
so when I realized that we could put like super people on there, I did jot down real quick Magneto and Storm, of course, so she is also an Omega level threat.
threat detected.
The Beekeeper is the only movie I think that I've ever seen with Jason Statham in it. So, and I know like every movie he's in, he plays the same kind of character basically.
Yeah.
So, pretty probably anybody he's ever played, but the only one I'm familiar with is the character he played in The Beekeeper, and his name was Adam Clay. Because, like I said, this was the first one of his movies that I'd
Yeah.
seen. And I'm sitting there like, this little motherfucker's just beating everybody's ass by himself. And I know Jason Statham is a small guy, but I mean, yeah, he just beat everybody's ass, and I wasn't mad at him. So
Okay.
Frank from the Transporter, and when he was in The Mechanic, those are two
Yeah, I
other
was gonna
Yeah.
recommend the
good
mechanic.
series. If you if you
I
like
haven't seen
Beekeeper,
any of those.
add
Yeah.
those to your list.
And
Definitely.
I was
Transporter.
actually kind of torn as to whether or not I really liked Beekeeper because it was really, 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 really violent.
Mm.
Transporter, not as violent. See the first one, the
Yeah.
original Transporter.
Yeah.
But the violence was
good one.
actually kind of justified. You know, the
Mhm.
reason he was being so violent, I was okay with. So
Yeah.
I think I'm leaning towards I did like it. But yeah,
Cool.
that's my honorable mentions.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. I like it. I'm gonna skip the 12 o'clock one and I'm gonna go to Brandy. What were your honorable mentions?
Well, I feel like I didn't, I guess maybe understand the assignment because I was looking more like badass, but also villainous. I have so many names, it's ridiculous. So I'll just, but the ones that I didn't get on was Darth Vader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Definitely.
I feel like, yeah. Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old
Mm,
Men.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, Annie Wilkes in Misery.
Ooh. Mm.
Amy Dunn in Gone Girl.
Holy shit. Wow. That's good. She
Nurse
was sick.
Ratched and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, she was. She
Whoa, yeah.
was
Dolores
psycho.
Umbridge in book
Nurse
and film.
Nurse Ratched should have been in there with them.
For real.
I
For real.
just a lot of people don't know that movie, so I didn't want to throw out something and have everybody be like, "What?" I forget where I'm at sometimes.
Nah, we put people up on game here, grown ass geeks. We put them up on game.
She was despicable, but
Yeah.
delightfully terrible. I mean, just a terrible, terrible person, but great acting. Like Sherlock's Moriarty from the series.
Yeah.
Lestat de Lioncourt from Vampire Interview with the Vampire, and then Ursula or Isma, however you go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Now,
did not. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm curious with Lestat.
Yeah.
Which version of Lestat were you thinking when he made the list?
The book.
AMC show, movie, or book?
The book. The books.
I mean, the book is always better. That's kind of unfair.
Tom Cruise did an amazing job as Lestat. I wish that he would have been able to continue the series. I really do. I was shocked.
Okay.
I was shocked because
just
I
hate
am a
Tom
purist
Cruise
and I
so
was
much.
appalled. Me and Ann were both appalled when they said Tom Cruise. We were both. Me and Ann
Yeah.
Rice both was like, "Hold up!" And honestly, nobody else since
Yeah.
has gotten Lestat. And now I haven't watched the series because I'm a purist and they changed too much. But
check it out. Check it out. My son's name is Marius Armand, and I'm telling you, check it out.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, named Marius.
Check it out.
Okay. Now, okay. All right. Because you threw out you said Marius and yeah.
Marius
okay.
Armand.
Okay.
Because I didn't watch The Witching Hour either, because how dare they?
Yeah, that one.
I have a problem.
Last year,
yeah.
so
that's my list.
All right.
Okay. And then I had only three left over. One was the T-1000 from Terminator 2. He was definitely about. Come on, man. Have you seen this boy? Have you seen this boy?
Yeah.
And killed somebody through a milk carton. That's badass right there.
Do you remember how you felt? Like, because that's another one I just rewatched. But like the first time you saw him like go through the bars, I remember being in the theater like, this is I've never in my life will I ever see anything better than this.
Fun fact. They did an interview with Robert Patrick, who specifically trained to not blink while firing the Beretta, so that when you go back and you watch, you never see Robert Patrick's character blink.
Nice.
And I know he had to train weird to run that way he ran. Like he had to keep his head still or something like that. Oh God, I hope
that's
not.
just Robert Patrick. He just run like
that's
that.
terrible.
I don't know.
And then, first time that was a movie I had to see like in pieces, because I mean, my cousins was like watching it, and when he went through them bars, I was like, nope, this is not gonna be a good night for me. I keep watching this. Motherfucker just chasing everybody and can't stop him, can't shoot him, can't hit him, can't do nothing. He just a liquid killer.
Yes, when he shot
not
him
old
and he
enough for
split
this.
apart.
Yeah.
And then came back together. Listen,
yeah.
I think I was young, but my little heart.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like, everybody's gonna die. Everybody's gonna die.
He's taking over.
This is one of those movies.
They won. And then I had, from a little known movie, Ronin, Robert De Niro's character Sam. I actually love him.
Love that movie.
I love him because, like Jeff said, if you're slick with your mouthpiece, you win me over. And when he got homeboy Sean Bean's character, and he told him, "Man, I ambushed you with a cup of coffee." That's just gangster to tell somebody, right? Like you soft batch, you had to get off the team. He put you under pressure with a cup of coffee. So I had to pick him. And then my final third one was someone whose personal philosophy I agree with totally. I feel like he should have a religion. Agent Smith from The Matrix.
Absolutely.
That dude is just, humans are a virus. I think y'all should go to the cornfields. Nah, but yeah,
Hugo Weaving said in the first movie, something I can't stand about this place. It's the smell.
Right? Oh,
that is cinema right there.
For me, my first experience, or my only experience prior to The Matrix with Hugo Weaving, was Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. So that's how I knew him. So
which is definitely another side of the spectrum.
He was terrifying. And yes, absolutely. I definitely co-sign that.
We got a great list here. We have some really good picks here. Really good picks here. And I hope all y'all who have gotten a chance to watch this full video, again, like, subscribe, help us out. Okay? Help us out. We want to be part of the algorithm. We want to be part of your YouTube experience. You want to enjoy shit. We want to give you shit to enjoy. Sorry for all the cussing, but that's what we're here for. So please, Grown Ass Geeks, like and subscribe. 15 best badasses plus more than 15. See, we gave you more than 15. You thought you were just going to get 15. You got like 40 badasses now.
40
so do your research, pay your Netflix bill, pay your Hulu bill, go watch some of these movies and get your enjoy on. And then let us know how you feel. Get in the comment section. You don't like our list? Tell us you don't like it. Who you think should have been on the list? What's your list? We want to hear from you. I want to send a really big shout out to my wonderful panel, Teresa, the Omega Level Threat, Brandy, who actually does have a cool nickname, but she's not going to tell you it. So you probably should like and subscribe. And if we get to 100,000 subscribers, she'll tell you. So there it is. We got Jeff at jpnt17.com. So you need to visit that and then spend some bread. Okay, please and thank you. And from our fearless leader, okay, Elder Geek Sam, bad mother, watch your mouth. Once again, Grown Ass Geeks signing off for the evening. Peace.